Hey everybody, and welcome back to Mod Pop Thrift. My name's Tom and this is Evelyn Dawn. Well, that's not Cat. That's her wallet that she got the other day for free at a yard sale. And I bought stuff and the lady gave her the wallet with the change in it from my yard sale purchases. So now she has a wallet and money. Yeah. We're going to go in this here Goodwill, see if we can find anything.
My money is almost gonna be pretend money, so you cannot spend it.
Oh, she has a couple of like $10 Mexican peso things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let's just say that's pretend money because you can't spend it. But she does have a little bit of real money too. Let's see what we have here. While I was there, somebody bought this and took the cart and threw it down in front of the front door and just took the bag and the clubs with them, evidently. And they, rather than taking it the 25 steps from the front door to the donations, they just dropped it in front of the front door. Ninja Crockpot. So this is a Cuisinart food processor. I'm gonna grab it. Per se. Warrior. Some maybe hockey or soccer. Oh, I thought that was gonna be ceramic. These are Janko that I'm not familiar with, but they're nice looking. So it's like a car amplifier, a really small one. It's probably nothing, but I'm gonna put it in the cart until I know it's nothing. Sony Mega Base, like space saver type. Quanto questo? Aha, $7.19. These are cheap and I don't know what they are, so I'm gonna look them up. They're $5. I mean, I know what these are, but they're $5 a piece. I don't know what they're worth. You found a shiny 3?
Yeah, and there's another shiny number on the back.
That one's called 7. I don't know if you guys saw me grab this Ninja Crockpot for $11, but there it is. Ooh, that's not old enough to be worth anything, I don't imagine. No, it's plastic and plastic. Sound Freak. I'm just gonna load the card up. Oh, this looks interesting. Super disc. Some kind of vintage disk drive for a computer, a ring light. That's heavy, whatever it is. Oh, it's like a cooling rack. A player, not recorder. Hell, $5.46. Some kind of emergency CB kind of thing. Nothing really to see in this section of the toys.
Dada, look what I found!
Wow, a PJ Masks book.
Yeah, can I have it?
Oh, what's this? I didn't notice this. Oh, probably nothing. $2.59, almost undoubted. Yeah, especially not torn up like that. So I'm looking at the toys and I just happened to turn around and look at this thing. That is neat. It might just be an embroidery on there. It doesn't look like it says NBA on it anywhere. I'm going to check it out a little bit more. Well, how much is it? $3.79. So this particular CB thing, even untested, there are 600 and something, there are 300 and something listed, only 67 sold, and it looks like it's maybe 25 bucks. The sell-through rate was better at $5 for into 25. I'd probably get it, but we're gonna skip it when it's only like a 20% sell-through rate. So this is a headphones amplifier. It needs a power cord and doesn't have one. It's $5. There's 40 listed and only 12 sold, including like just auxiliary power cords. So that's definitely a no. So this is Super Disc. If you know what you're looking at, you can tell this is designed for a Mac, and then you look at it, turn it over, and it says for Macintosh on it. $259. Probably about an 80% sell-through rate, and the lowest price is $15. There aren't any cords for it. I'm gonna go see if I can find a cord for it over there. I'm still on the fence on that. I had my doubts about this anyway at $7.19. No listed, no sold, no nothing. I'm just gonna skip it. So this particular Ninja crock pot has exactly 100% sell-through rate and is probably a $40, $50 plus shipping thing. And here they come with a new cart. Okay, so this is... Are you hamming it up for the camera? It's fine. You're okay. So this is $2.99 and it comes with. It's for this thing, obviously. And then this is a Lava brand lava lamp, nice size. So this Cuisinart food processor should be an easy $100 profit pretty quickly. So then the only things I have left to look at are those receiver things. So at $5 a piece, these are probably a good deal for somebody, but they're not quite like this one. There's only one listed and it's $25 plus shipping, but there's none sold, and that's untested, obviously. I'm not gonna test them, so I just think at $5 a piece, they're maybe definitely 10, maybe 15, but I think it's just not worth messing with. So these 990s are like $8. That's a $100 pair of shoes. These Hokas are $12.99, but they're a little worn out, but I think they still got some life in them, and they're cute and they're really clean on the top. So I think that's probably a $40 pair of shoes. So I think we're done. My sister's sister-in-law found this High Noon with the Eagles. It looks like it's dead stock condition. It is $5.99 pearl snap, made in Korea or Hong Kong, 3XL. That's a really good piece. This Alamo, I don't know about this. It's $5 on a Anvil Red Bar, but it's 3X. And then this one I'm gonna get for me because I've never seen much Better Call Saul merch. Went back to the men's shoes, found another pair of 990s in 11s, and those are 10.5. And these Allen Edmonds, and we're gonna have to go because we're running out of battery and running out of time. For our $115, I think we did exceptionally well. It was $124, and then I had a $10 off thing that came to $115. I'll show it to you as I load it. CDs are $1 a piece, and so like Boyz II Men, TLC, Salt and Pepper, Gangsta's Paradise, I'm gonna lot those together, and probably I spent $5. I'll probably get 25. And then this Grateful Dead in the Dark has Touch of Grey on it, so I'm hanging on to that one. And then these are the same story. Nevermind Tom Petty's Sealed, Alanis Morissette, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and Green Day. $5. I'll probably list them for 25. Ninja Crockpot, I spent 12. This was cheap, $3. I don't know if that's an accessory that I need to sell with the food processor or not. So here's a comp of it by itself, or did I include it with food processor, yes or no? And this is a commercial grade Cuisinart food processor. So that should be an easy $100. $7.19, Sony branded under cabinet CD player. Pretty cool thing. Hokas, $13. They might fit my wife. I might sell them. 990 V's, $14.99. 990 V's, $7.99. Maxfield Allen Edmond tassel loafers, $5.99. Another pair of Alden. These are in beautiful condition. $20. A lava lamp for $4. This High Noon shirt that Carrie picked up for me and said, you want to sell that? And she was right. And then Better Call Saul t-shirt, like I need another t-shirt. That was a fun day. It's noon. We got to go get some lunch and get ready to go get Brothers. I'm gonna see how much of this stuff I can get listed before I get the video edited. All right, so it's Tuesday. I'm sitting on my front porch editing video and eating lunch, and I had a guest, but she ran inside to use the potty. And I'm gonna go have to do some shipping. I got like 8 or 9 items that need to ship tomorrow, so I'll probably do those. But you just saw us at Goodwill. Let's go do some shipping. All right, guys, so now it is much later. It's 7 o'clock in the evening, and I am pulling and packing orders for tomorrow because I have a couple minutes in the evening, and my wife's inside resting, and the kids are entertaining themselves in the yard. And I put a post on Facebook the other day that said, I didn't want to work a 9-to-5 job, so I started my own business, and now I work 24/7. And that's very true for me. I'm constantly editing videos or taking pictures or making listings or sourcing. I'm basically just, this is my life. I also do like housework stuff too. But I got 13 items that have sold here in the last couple minutes, sometime today for the most part. Let's see, the first thing sold yesterday. Couple of lenses that I listed last night sold right away. These lenses that I picked up for $2 a piece, and I was like, I don't know anything about these. They all basically just sold automatically. So Nikon Nikkor lenses are worth picking up. I'm sitting down. I don't know how the angle's working for me, but let's go through this stuff. Nikon Nikkor. This has a really strange lens cap on it. The lens cap like hooks with tension onto the inside of the lens. I've never seen that before. This is a 135 millimeter 1 to 2.8. I have no idea what any of that means, but I do know when I listed it for $39, somebody bought it immediately. I paid $2. This one is Nikon Nikkor 50 millimeter 1 to ratio of 2. So listed it for $28. So the buyer's all in. I listed it for $28 and the buyer's all in at $26. That seems odd to me. I'm gonna click into that and see if I can figure out what's going on there. Not that it matters. 28. Oh, I do know. And it's a funny story. I sent out an offer on this and then it immediately sold for full price. And then the buyer messaged me and said, hey, I got an offer on this after I already paid for it, paid full price for it. Could you honor that offer? And it was $3 off. And I'm like, wow, what a pain in the butt that is. Okay. I mean, it's totally reasonable of them to ask, but you probably shouldn't have been sending offers on things that got watchers immediately. I just really want stuff to sell right away. So if I have a watcher on something that's been listed for 5 minutes, send an offer. One time ever, it came back to bite me in the butt. Cost me $3. I paid $2, sold for 28. It sold for 27, basically free shipping. But it's going to cost me like less than $5 to ship. Stephen King. I have another really big lot of Stephen King VHS tapes. These have been listed for well over a month. Let's see how long they've been listed. Sold for 19 plus shipping. Buyers all in at 26. They were listed on April 17th. So right at a month. So these have been listed a month. And they are, they sold, I think that was my full asking price, $19.10. It seems like a really odd price. Anyway, they've been listed for a month and they sold. I got a whole bunch of these Happy Hollister books, and enough that I had like a huge lot that was like 27 books and sold for $70 or something. I'll look it up. I'm pretty sure it's already sold. But then these 3 were duplicates. Like, I didn't include them in the original lot because they were already there. So I sectioned those out, listed them for $14.99, and they sold immediately. Those were books that I had for a year before I ever listed them. I paid like $5 for a banker's box full of vintage books, and a lot of them were these Happy Hollisters. Well, yeah, they're sold because I pulled these, and these were the last things in that box. So yeah, they're definitely sold. The other part of the lot, it took me a year to get to listing them, and then they sold within a couple weeks of them being listed. This is the other half of the Thunder Hollow Cars thing I picked up. And I thought it was all the other thing. And it turns out to be half the miniature race set and half this race set, and not all of anything. The other one sold for $21, free shipping to a guy in Hawaii. Then cost me like $8, almost $9 to ship to Hawaii. This sold for $25 plus shipping to somebody much more domestic. I don't know where it's going, but I did look. I'm like, did the guy in Hawaii buy that too? No, he did not. So it was somewhere, you know, within the continental United States. Didn't click with me. Robert Graham is a good name brand to look out for. But when you buy Robert Graham, what you want is a long sleeve. And then you want to be able to flip the collar up and have it match this paisley print under the collar instead of the regular shirt print. And then you have a reasonably good shirt. This is still Robert Graham, so it's a name brand that people look for, but I bought 4 shirts. One was for my wife. It didn't fit her. That was a waste of time. One was a Spider brand that used to be really good, so I didn't comp it. Turns out it's not any good anymore, and I listed it for like $10. I paid $4 for it. I paid $3 for it, and it ended up not being any good. I listing it just to get it moved. One was a Chevy jacket. No, not the Chevy jacket. It doesn't really matter. The moral of the story is the guy had $3 a shirt or 4 for $10. And I grabbed this one as my 4th for $10. So maybe I have $1 in this one. Sold for $17.99 free shipping. Not great. Even if I did pay, even if it was one of the $3 ones, it's $17.99. It's going to cost me $4, probably $4 to ship. And I paid $3 for it, 17, like $8, $9 on more than doubling my money, and it doesn't take any time to take pictures of and do. This shirt I don't know anything about. What's it called? Fat Nick Crying Baby. And it's this cartoon baby wearing a fake Gucci diaper. And it's a screen printed tag, so it's not old. I can see it. You can kind of tell it's almost there. It is faded out a little bit. Been listed a long time. I had it listed for $12.99 plus shipping. Buyer messaged me, or not messaged, just sent an offer of $6.66. Ooh, such an evil offer. But evidently he thought he was cool. I was like, $8.50? And he accepted my $8.50 offer. The spawn of Satan that he is. And it's plus shipping, so buyers all in at $14. I wouldn't buy that brand again. It looks like the kind of thing that would be like a streetwear brand that could be worth a lot of money. Obviously, it was not. This thing I picked up for $7.50. It's MFJ antenna, and I taped the antenna to the top. It's a antenna for a CB, like a signal amplifier, active antenna. And I picked it up for a couple bucks for $7.50 at that garage sale, listed it for 100. Buyers all in at 107, and it sold in a day. I like buying CB stuff because it sells quickly, almost always, and it's generally worth good money. Now today, you guys were with me. We bought a bunch of CDs, and you remember what I said? I paid $1 for them for 5. I paid $1 a piece for 10, and I'm going to put 5 in a hip hop lot and 5 in a grunge rock lot, and list them for $25. $24.90. Evidently, I thought I was doing $24.99. Doesn't matter. $24.90 sold for free shipping. So I paid $5 for these today. Sold them for $25 today. They're going to cost me $4 to ship. So then I'm $20.90 minus my $5 investment makes me $15.90. And fees on 25, let's call it even $5. I'm still spending 5, making 10 in hours. If you list stuff cheap, it moves and you make money. If you buy it cheap and you buy the right stuff that sells with good sell-through, and you got to be able to find this stuff too. I suck at retail arbitrage. I paid 50 cents a piece for these, and there were maybe 20 on the shelf. The Grogu and some Mickey, Minnie Mouse, Grogu, Encanto, and Disney princesses, I think. Anyway, there were 4 Disney IPs, and a lot of people were listing these for $10 free shipping for one. I paid 50 cents, so I was like, well, let me see what I could do at $12.99 free shipping. And this is the first one that sold, and they've been listed a long time. Other than like the Luca action figures that I found at Ollie's, I really don't do well with retail arbitrage. And it's not because there isn't money to be made. It's just so not my niche that I don't even know what to look for or how to market it. So rather than trying to wait on one of these to sell for $10, I thought, well, add value, 50 cents more in my cost and a little bit more in shipping. But I don't know. I don't think I'm going to make much money on them. Not really a great investment. I'm making a pile here, and I buried this. This is like 3 lenses, and they're big, crazy looking lenses. And so there's this tiny, teeny thing that I actually don't believe is part of the set, but I took pictures of it before I did very much research because it was in there. These are like huge. And there's some really crazy looking brand. Whoa! Maybe that'll be my thumbnail. I can't see what exactly it's doing to me, but I can see that I'm in frame. Anyway, yeah, Shakur. To Payak Shakur. Shakur. It's 2 of these in this case, and they I paid like $4.50 for them. Sold for $16.99 free shipping. Not all of the lenses were big, huge money, but they're selling quickly, and a lot of them were really, really good money. And then somehow we skipped this bad boy. This is one of those kind of it is what it is. I paid $7 for this thing. And the open ones like were cheap. Like $20. There was a sold sealed comp for $80 plus shipping. So I listed this for $80 free shipping, and I included the CDs with it that he included with it, because I'm like, well, I comped these. They comped for like $1 a piece, and I'm like, I don't want to wait forever for them to sell, so I'll just add value to this maybe. And anyway, I got a $60 offer right away, and I was like, I'm going to sit on that because $80 free shipping. I feel like that's a really good price. It's only been listed a little while. I've been taking a lot of right away offers, so I decided I'm just going to sit on that for a couple minutes. And it had been up. I had that offer for like 16 hours or something. I came in at 7:30 last night, and by like 3:30 this afternoon, I didn't even have any more views or any more watchers. So I was in very little hope of getting another offer anytime real quick. So I was like, $60, cool. Free shipping. And I only have to ship it to Glendale Heights. But it said buyer paid $127. And I'm like, man, if this guy in Australia will pay $127 for this thing, probably somebody in the States would have paid $80 if I had held out. But I'm not the holdout guy, man. I'm just not. I'm just the, let's price it where I'm making a bunch of money and where somebody else gets a good deal and we're all happy. And so far, I'm very happy. Hey, I forgot these, so I'm going to interject this somewhere in the middle of the video. $30. Judah picked these up for $5.99 at Goodwill. Sold for $30 free shipping. And I can't, these are light enough that they'll go first class. Just barely. And I can just stick them in a poly mailer and squish them because they're squishy shoes. I do weekly payouts, and my weekly payouts have been more than for the last 5 weeks. I just looked at that. And then my this week's payout is going to be over, and that takes out the shipping that I've already paid, except for the UPS labels that come out later. And it already takes out the eBay fees. So that's just like before tax. So that, man, if this keeps up at this kind of pace, I don't trust eBay ups and downs, and they don't offer health insurance enough to say my wife could quit her job. But here's my thought, like, she's so much smarter than me and so much better organized than me that if she came on board, then together she would, 1 + 1 = 4 if I'm adding her. And so I think we could probably do it, but it's just so speculative, and with 6 kids, it's just not. If it was just the 2 of us, we'd absolutely, that's what we would do. But 6 kids, and eBay doesn't have a health insurance or a 401k. So unfortunately, I think one of us is going to have one of them steady jobs. But I feel like I'm winning bread. I'm not the breadwinner still, even at that. She's awesome. That's all kinds of in the weeds details that you guys don't need or don't want or whatever. So we went to Goodwill this morning, had a real good time, did pretty well. We got a bunch of stuff listed and made some money, and now I got to ship some stuff. Thanks for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, paying attention, viewer, buying things from my store, all the things that you guys do. You guys do so much. We're at 612 subs right now, but I suspect this video will do pretty well, and we'll get to 700 pretty quickly. I'm looking at that 1,000. I want to get 1,000 subs so that I can get monetized. But the reality is you have to have 4,000 watch hours per 28 days. And I'm at like 700 or 800 watch hours. So even at 1,000, I'm not getting monetized for a long time. But at 1,000 subs, I might start putting out like 15-minute videos, quick ones every day, and shorts, and see if I can just build a bunch of hours and try to grow the channel really quick once I get to 1,000. I guess I could do that now, but it would be like invigorating to get to 1,000 subs. Yeah, thanks for watching. You guys rock. Thanks for commenting. The comments, like, I do all of this, and then I'm like, ooh, comments, woohoo! You guys are commenting, yay! Fat Sack always comments. My brother almost always comments. Alex almost never comments. So there's that. But if you comment all the time, you know who you are, and I appreciate you. There's a handful of other people, but I feel like I would butcher names and forget people. But I always know my first comment is going to be from the same person, and it's going to be hey or good morning or something that's just kind of generic, to feed the algorithm, and I appreciate that more than I can say. All right, I got to pack this stuff. Thanks, guys. Good night.